regard to literature that talks on Islamism, you just Google Islamism and see how much stuff comes up under Islamism. Just do that. You know? And then when you check those PDFs and all that, make sure you write those names down, then go check the libraries and then get the books and then take notes and then, you know, get a clear perspective of what Islamism is. Why was it going to be a clear perspective? Because Allah told you no. Because Kudro said no. Because Nobuju Ali said no. Because you went and researched for yourself to know what Islamism is to you. And nobody can't tell you, just like we tell people. Don't be talking about, you know what I mean? The dream reader said that you got somebody else going in your head to interpret your own stuff. Something's wrong there. Because you should be interpreting your own dreams. Have somebody else interpret your dreams? I don't know. I don't know. Sister Yolanda. Strong Cities Program. Islam Moor, I hope all is well. I thought you might be interested in something I came across during my research. It is a program called Strong Cities. It's the militarization of the local police with the assistance of the foreign troops to handle quote-unquote extremists. Below is a link to the UN Summit on Strong Cities program. Speaking is the Mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio, and Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Yeah, Lynch. You can't just make this stuff up. And the video is called Strong Cities. Strong Cities Network Launch on YouTube. Strong Cities Network Launch. Alright, and then for new Moors just coming into this info, that's how Moors are supposed to do with regard to study. Oh, yo, I found out this thing, you know what I mean? But I'm here, check this out, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think about this. Because it's all about knowing. And again, she never gave us anything. She gave us a reference point. She was a sign pointing in a direction. The sign says Strong Cities. You do your own research, whatever you find, that's on you. Right? Because, again, we're talking about birthrights. We're not talking about you joining something to get something. Right? We got email from Sister Jayana Bay looking for assistance with regard to filing a suit in federal court to serve on all people in the suit, to cover cost of copies of all paperwork in the suit, and to help in transportation. Recently, I was abused and kidnapped by an unconscious Moor, say highwayman, then assaulted by a European man who worked for a towing company because I went home to safety to try to get my child out of endangerment after being locked up. Because I went home to safety trying to get my child out of endangerment. The day I get out, they try to kidnap my son, who is 5 years old of age. They allege to have emergency custody. He is safe with family members, you know what I mean? But sister needs some assistance. So every little bit helps. You can send donations to PayPal email AKENNAP 2012 at AOL.com. AKENNAP 2012 at AOL.com. And once again, you know, this is just how it goes with Moors. You know what I mean? She's not chasing down anybody to get anything and all that. She has a situation. She put it out there. And, you know what I mean? If Moors can assist, please assist. Because it's just what it is. People are out here battling. You know what I mean? They're trying to kidnap her children or her child. And, you know, it's just something that they do. You know, because they realize what time it is. It's you know what I mean? It's endgame. Like what that's what they're gonna do. The raccoon in the corner right now. That's just what it is. Don't, you know, just know that when you go out there, you might get that crazy one. You know what I mean? Right? And keep in mind that, you know, just like the other sister, right? Sis stood up. Difference is, she had nationality. Difference is she had nationality. Yeah, of course they kidnapped her. Why wouldn't they? They're an occupational force. They're not police. They got no oath to something. They got no oath to anything. They're doing what they do. Right? They're doing what they do. Police state test case. Let's put this out there. Once again, behold the pale horse, William Cooper. Police state test case. Gary North recently wrote about one of the scariest pieces of socialistic police legislation to arrive on the scene to date. On January 1st, 1991, a new 96-page state law goes into effect. HB 1750, passed last year. It requires all Oklahoma residents to declare everything they own to the tax collector. Everything. Guns, coins, art collections, furniture, business equipment, bank accounts, household furniture, etc. Forms will be distributed through banks. Any taxpayer who refuses to fill out the form and submit it to the tax assessor by March 15th, the Ides of March, will be visited by an assessor. He will ask permission to enter the home or place of business. If this request is denied, he will be issued a search warrant. Any property not previously listed or undervalued will be assessed a penalty of up to 20% of its market value. This will make renters into property taxpayers and make life easy for the gun grabbers. What are the investment implications of this? Invest in a good gun and be standing on your porch with gun in hand when they pay you a visit. It is clear where the tax collectors are headed next. Oklahoma will be a test case. If they can pull this one off, the other states will follow. Big Brother wants to know all and to tax all. Eventually, the New World Order will eliminate all private property, redistribute the wealth, and this inventory will tell them how much exists and exactly where it is stored. Of course, the Oklahoma tax assessor will share its information with other federal and state agencies. Will they get away with this blatant disregard for civil and constitutional rights? That is exactly the reason for law, to find out if it will meet with strong or violent opposition. If the citizens of Oklahoma lie down and allow this to happen, then you can bet everyone else in the nation is going to be subjected to the same or similar law. It is time to stand up with a weapon and scream enough. It is time to draw the line. It is time to make decisions and carry them out. It is time to resist at any and all cost. The penalty for failing to do so is slavery. It is not time for rebellion. It is time for restoration. For all the people out there who's quick to jump on, you know, oh, he said guns. No. No. It's not time for rebellion. We save that for last. We wanted to reel you in. Dirty bastards. We save that for last. This is not about guns and going shooting up anything. Right? It's about restoration. The Constitution must be again, as it once was, the supreme law of the land. Federalism is treason. Stand up and fight. Federalism is treason. Stand up and fight. And again, just in case they try to cut this up or whatever, it is not time for rebellion because we have guns. It's not time for rebellion because we have guns. It is time for restoration of the Constitution, the American Constitution, the true Constitution. Right? Because that's all that there is right now to stand for. If you're not standing for that, then you're not standing for anything. If you're not standing for the restoration of the birthright, the restoration of the true and de jure constitutional principles, then there's nothing that you want. You might as well just play. You might as well just play dead. You might as well just play dead. Right? And trust me, you know, some Moors duty is to make sure that our people think that this is some club thing. Right? They want people to think that this is some join up. You need to join up to be what you already are. Right? People want to, go on their little platforms and try to make it seem like there's absolutely no remedy whatsoever for standing up for your birthrights and your Constitution. Saying that's not happening. Oh, that's happening. We have the right. Right? UN Declaration of Rights. Article 8. Indigenous people have the collective and individual right to maintain and develop their distinct identities and characteristics, including the right to identify themselves as indigenous and to be recognized as such. So we have a right to identify ourselves. We have a right to do that. So how are you going to identify yourself if you're not presenting your identity? Oh yeah, UN, by the way, there's some Europeans there. Oh yeah, and when you go to that store, it's probably European that you're gonna. But we're talking about nationality cards. We're not talking about some membership to some temple that you're gonna try to force somebody to accept some paper as your identification, and there's not even a picture on it. There's not even a signature on it. No eye color, hair color, nothing like that. Well, that ain't ID. It might be a little membership, whatever, but that's not ID. Well, no, what you all said is Moorish identification. Yeah, in 1920, when nobody else had IDs and you're the only ones that had IDs, Moorish Americans.